I want to find the coefficient of a third degree term polynomial for the Taylor series of f of x equals the quantity 3x minus 1 raised to the 5/3, centered at a equals 3. The coefficient is going to be the third derivative at 3 over 3 factorial. And this is the coefficient of x minus 3 cubed. So we only want this part, which is the coefficient. Okay. So first, we want to find the derivative. Because we're looking at the third derivative, we're going to first look at the first derivative, which we're going to bring down the exponent of 5/3, keep the inside the same, subtract 1 of the exponent, and multiply by the derivative of the the derivative of the inside with chain rule. The 3's are going to cancel, and I'm left with 5 times 3x minus 1 raised to the 2/3 power. For the second derivative, I'm going to bring down the exponent of 2/3. So I'm going to have 5 times 2/3, which is 10/3. Keep the inside the same. Subtract 1 in the exponent. Multiply by the derivative of the inside. 3's cancel again. So that's just going to be 10 times the quantity 3x minus 1 raised to negative 1/3. Finally, for the third derivative, I'm going to bring down the exponent of negative 1/3. So I'll get negative 10/3 times 3x minus 1. I'm going to subtract 1 from the exponent, which will be negative 4/3. Multiply it by the derivative of the inside, which is again 3. 3's cancel. And we have negative 10 times the quantity 3x minus 1 raised to negative 4/3 as my derivative. Okay, the derivative's done, but now I need to plug in x equals 3. I'm going to look at the derivative at x equals 3. So I'm going to replace x with 3 in here. Okay, then 3 times 3 minus 1 is 8. Raise it to negative 4/3. So I can think of negative 4/3 as negative 1 times 4/3. Because an exponent to an exponent, you just multiply. The 8 to the negative 1 would just be 1/8. Raise that to the 4/3. I'm going to first do the cube root of that. The cube root of 8 is 2, so the cube root of 1/8 is a half. Raise it to the 4th. So that is going to be 1 over 16, which is negative 5/8. Okay, so the third derivative here at x equals 3 is negative 5/8. So I'm going to have negative 5/8 in the numerator divided by 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1, and that's 6. We can simplify this. So because we're dividing by 6, that's the same thing as multiplying by 1 over 6. And that's just going to be negative 5 over 48, which is a coefficient that we're looking for.